Y'all ain't get beat bad, but you lost. A loss is a loss. I don't give a fuck if you lay up there and lose by a half a point. A loss is the loss. But good thing that we got Lane Kiffin coming. Good thing we got Lane Kiffin coming, you know what I'm saying? And change this shit around. But the one rivalry game that really shocked me, shocked me. Let me move this over. Gramblin and Southern. I expected Gramblin to run all over Southern. A 1-10 team versus a 7-4 team. And Southern got the job done. Southern got the job done. I don't care if they won by 1 point. Southern got the job done. For real. You know what I'm saying? I hope Marshall Falk, I'm not saying Kevin Falk, excuse me. Marshall Falk turned that program around. Because I ain't really never, in my life, I never seen Southern win one game.
I be spitting them facts, your opinion be whack. I got the microphone smoking, it's like I got it on crack. Yeah, I'm bringing it back, like the name on the jersey. I do my thing every week, so tune in every Thursday. Sweep it up like a broom, the elephants in the room. Feeling like MJ, I walk it out on the moon. These boys faster than Zoom, I'm floating like a balloon. I'm from the womb to the tomb, I'm repping the green room. Yeah.
What up, world? Welcome to the Green Room with Gipp and Glow, and I'm your host who does the most, Gipp Star, a.k.a. Gippy, a.k.a. Mojo, a.k.a. Kage Bellboy, a.k.a. you can call me whatever you want, but just don't call me Collect. Man, it's episode 4, season 2, like I said before, man, and I like to say this. This is a all sports podcast. Straight up, this is an all sports podcast, because I laid up there and said it on the last episode that I ain't going to be doing all the music, entertainment, and like, you know what I mean, shit that be on the internet and people be getting into it and doing all this shit. I'm not with all that, you know what I'm saying? This is the number one podcast in Algiers. The number one podcast in Algiers, the number one podcast on the West Bank, and I'm here to lay up there and let you have it, you know what I'm saying? You did. Yes, I like to lay up there and say happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all had a good time for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Bayou Classic weekend. I hope y'all had a lovely time and all that, And man, it was fun. Thanksgiving, the holidays, it was real fun. You know what I'm saying? I had to get enjoy with my family, my daughters, my son, my wife, my mother, my sisters, cousins, all that, And this shit was like kind of funny to me with some people, and I'll get to that later, you know what I'm saying? But before we do anything, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. Gipp Star ENT 45. Don't forget the 45, y'all. GIPPSTAR ENT 45. You know what I'm saying? And today's show is sponsored by Goddess Body. Ladies, like I said before, go get your waist trainers. Go get your thigh highs. Go get your shapers. Located in the Oakwood Shopping Center. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell it to y'all once. I'm going to tell it to y'all twice. Ladies, if you got curves or you hot, Goddess Body is the spot. Man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I got to get to it on my team. The Eagles, man. Y'all fucking up to me. I said it. Y'all are fucking up to me, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't time to get on the Saints ass and all that, you know what I'm saying? It's time to get on the Eagles ass. What are y'all fucking doing? What are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? This is y'all playing like the fucking Saints to me, you dig? And like I said before, I ain't gonna be getting on the Saints ass, but y'all playing just like them garbage bastards. You know what I'm saying, you dig? I don't know why I have to keep my foot on the Saints' necks, but not this time. I gotta lay up there and put my fucking foot down on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? The Bears, you know what I'm saying? And the Bears ain't the bad news Bears. No, they ain't the bad news Bears. They're a really good team. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all confident to lay up there and go out there and win in y'all home, and then y'all got embarrassed at home. You got embarrassed at home. Man, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? We had like top 5 defense in 2 straight games. Y'all didn't show up. All the turnovers that they had, y'all didn't even produce on the turnovers. And that's kind of skeptical to me, you know what I'm saying? Skeptical to me. Jalen Hurts had like 19 for 32, 19 for 34, excuse me. 19 for 34 for 230 yards and 1 interception. Saquon Barkley, 57 yards rushing. 57 yards rushing. You mean to tell me a 2,000 yard last season man, he ain't even at 1,000 yet? Saquon not even at 1,000 yards yet. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna live up there and play like this, ain't no repeat for the Super Bowl. Ain't no repeat for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no repeat for the Super Bowl. And you know why I say ain't no repeat for the Super Bowl? Because the offense is playing whack. And I see what A.J. Brown talking about. I see what A.J. Brown talking about. When he was talking about, and then not on top of that, A.J. Brown had one of his best games losing. But I see what A.J. Brown talking about. The offense is lacking. The offense is slacking. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with slackers. Let me repeat that. We don't fuck with slackers. We fuck with stackers. And y'all wasn't stacking. Y'all wasn't stacking at all, Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams had a game. And he ain't had a phenomenal game. 17 for 36 for 104 yards. But they running game. You know what I'm saying? They had over like 250 yards. 255 yards to be probably, wait, hold on. They had like about 270 yards. To be exact, you know what I'm saying? You dig DeAndre Swift, who used to play for the Eagles, he had 125 by himself on 18 carries. On 18 carries, man. Man, this got to stop. This got to stop, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't see us being the number 1 seed, but we won the number 1 seed last year. But I don't see us being that top seed to go into the playoffs. I see the Rams being the top seed, you know what I'm saying? And we need to fire the fucking offensive coordinator. I said it. We need to fire the offensive coordinator. Kevin Patullo, you need to be out of here. You running these motherfucking simple ass ABC ass plays, man. Cause like and Jalen Hurts, I ain't getting off your ass too, Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? They had 2 wide open mans. You know what I'm saying? 2 wide open ones. You know what I'm saying? Smith, he was wide open. Gobbert, he was wide open. On 2 plays for touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the running game with you, Jalen Hurts? Man, that game was trash. Straight trash. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get the bums of the week, the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And the trip part about it is with the statement that Nick Sirianni said. Nick Sirianni says, we are not changing the play caller, but we will evaluate everything. It's not about one person. It's about the team, and we win as a team, and we lose as a team. I give you that. But if you calling these bullshit-ass plays, Kevin Patullo, it's time to make a change. Nick Sirianni. For real. It's time to make a change. Because if we would lose 3 straight, man, I don't know what to say when we go into the playoffs. We're going to be weak in the playoffs. All that next man step up and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then, these 2 cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Wingo and the other dude, number 8. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to call this fucking name because I don't even know his name right now. Y'all need to get out of there. Get out of there. Jaire Alexander, you know what I'm saying? You too hurt to even play, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well retire. I don't even know why they laid up there and made a mid-season trade for you, Jaire Alexander. Man, that shit sucks. That shit was whack. You know what I'm saying? That shit was whack. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying right now, y'all a bunch of fucking losers. Straight up. Y'all, the Eagles is a bunch of fucking losers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to lay up there and pull it together. Y'all have to pull it together. Because if y'all don't pull it together, man, I don't see a repeat. And right now, I'm saying it on this show right here. I do not see a repeat at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move on from that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit was so whack. If y'all keep playing like this, the offense is atrocious. If y'all keep playing like this, the offense will be atrocious. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And moving on to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so weak. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to it, you know, it's rivalry time. Now, who was the rivalry that y'all was surprised at out of all the rivalry games? I was shocked out of 2 of them. Straight up, I was shocked. Florida and Florida State. I thought Florida State was going to run over Florida. But no, it was the other way around. It was the other way around. Florida did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other ones was like Bama and Auburn. I expect them to win. You know, I expected Texas to beat Texas A&M. I expected Oklahoma to beat LSU, and that's not even a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? The real rivalry is LSU and Arkansas. They should have had that as the last game. Yes. The Golden Boot, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to have that as the last game right there. But y'all do have to choose Oklahoma and got beat. But y'all ain't get beat bad, but you lost. A loss is a loss. I don't give a fuck if you lay up there and lose by a half a point. A loss is the loss. But good thing that we got Lane Kiffin coming. Good thing we got Lane Kiffin coming, you know what I'm saying? And change this shit around. But the one rivalry game that really shocked me, let me move this over. Gramblin and Southern. I expected Gramblin to run all over Southern. A 1-10 team versus a 7-4 team. And Southern got the job done. Southern got the job done. I don't care if they won by 1 point. Southern got the job done. For real. You know what I'm saying? I hope Marshall Falk, I'm not saying Kevin Falk, excuse me. Marshall Falk turned that program around. Because I ain't really never, in my life, I never seen Southern win one game. Well, now they won 2, but I ain't never seen a 1-10 team from Southern, you know. Well, we know they ain't playing in no HBCU playoffs and all that, you know, so you can just get them out of there. You know, but that game shocked me. That game really shocked me right there, you did. But rivalry week was nice, you know what I'm saying? But I expected Ohio State to beat Michigan. Yeah, I really expected that because they too strong. I expect them to repeat the national championship. They are really strong. Yes, Ohio State is really strong. But you know who I think gonna give them a real fight? Notre Dame. Yes, Notre Dame gonna give them a fight, you know what I'm saying? If they lay up there and play in the national championship again, them two, Notre Dame gonna beat them. Notre Dame gonna beat them. You know I say Notre Dame gonna beat them? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they got the same powerhouses. They got the running game. They got the passing game. And Notre Dame got one of the best secondaries in the country. You can't really throw on Notre Dame. You can't. You really can't throw on Notre Dame. And the reason why I said you can't throw on Notre Dame because I watched them. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of teams, you know, even though they was playing sorry teams, they see like, because, you know, Notre Dame is like an independent. So to me, they be picking the schools they play. And by them picking the schools they play, you know what I'm saying? They're going to always have a chance to enter the playoffs. But that secondary is monster. And they running game, Jeremiah Love, man, that's a bad boy. Jeremiah Love is a bad boy right there. Straight up. My how can I say it? My 2 picks for the national championship, Notre Dame and Ohio State. But shout out to Tulane. You know what I'm saying? I got the word that John Summerall, he gonna be packing this shit leaving to go to Florida. Now, is he gonna turn Florida around? Because you know, like, Tulane ain't on Florida level. I'm sorry. Even though Tulane is good, but I don't think Tulane is on Florida level. But can you turn that around, John Summerall, in the SEC? I wonder if you can turn that around. If you can turn that around, John Summerall, you're going to have a hell of a year. You really going to have a hell of a year. And I'm moving on from that, though. You know what I'm saying? But the Eagles and LSU, Southern, I'm not buying y'all. You know what I'm saying? All y'all bums of the week. You know what I'm saying? Even though Southern won, you still a bum. You still a bum, Southern. You know what I'm saying? That I know y'all happy because that's a rivalry game, but y'all was celebrating like y'all won the championship. Nah, man, y'all just won a game. But I understand. The rivalry games is the most important games. Because even though Ohio State lost to Michigan last year, they still won it all. But by they laying up there beating Michigan this year, will they win it all again? And that's all I got for that one there, And let's stay tight and let's get it right. Deion Sanders, man, you had a rough year, brother. You had a rough year. You know what I'm saying? No Travis Hunter, no Shedeur Sanders, no Shiloh Sanders. A few of your players either transferred or went to the pros. But Deion Sanders, in his latest statement, saying it's the last supper. The last supper comment saying he's going to turn around Colorado after a 3-9 season. Deion, man, you need to get you some good players. You need to come down south. Don't recruit no players from no Colorado. Don't recruit no players from California. You need to come down to either Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, or Florida and get you some players to go up there in Colorado and lay up there and fight for you. Because the 3-9 season, man, I know that shit embarrassed you. I know it did. So let's go to the audio what Deion said about this Last Supper comment.
God bless you guys. You guys have been kind, even considering the foolishness that you saw in the field and on the sideline this whole year. I appreciate you guys. I respect and admire your relationship. You don't have to go easy on me. I'm a big boy. I've been doing this for a long time. And when I win, I don't mind a clap. When I lose, I don't mind a boo. I played this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I love this game, and I love all the ups and downs and ins and outs about it. And I'm built for every last bit of it. But if anybody's built to reconcile and to get this back on course, it's me. And I will do it if it's the last thing I do on earth. Trust me when I tell you. This was the last supper. God bless.
Deion, you can say what you want. Like I said before, get you some players from down south to handle that. To go up there to the Midwest, wherever the fuck Colorado is. And get you some college coaches. Because the NFL coaches ain't working. Like Warren Sapp, it ain't worked out. Marshall Faulk, he went to be a head coach at Southern. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them NFL players turn coaches to help you out at Colorado. It's not working out. Y'all trying to turn a college team into a pro team, and y'all ended up 3-9. Straight up, y'all ended up 3-9, Deion. All these coaches, all this shit y'all had around y'all, and y'all ended up 3-9. It ain't gonna be no more Travis Hunters at Colorado. It ain't gonna be no more Shedeur Sanders at Colorado. They gotta have somebody there that's better. Because those dudes going in the pros. You know? Those dudes is going in the pros, Deion. So you laying up there saying, this the last supper and all that you did. I thought you was about to fuck around and leave Colorado saying this the last supper. I thought you was going to resign from Colorado. The last supper. The fuck out of here, Deion, man. You had a losing season. You dig it? Not on top of that, you had 2 losing seasons. You had one when you went to Colorado the first year, because this is your 3rd year. You had a good year when Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders your senior year, but this year it was worse than ever. I think you need to go back coaching the HBCU, Deion, because if you don't turn it around next year, Deion, they're gonna fire you. They're gonna fire you straight up, because a lot of coaches got fired this year, and you lucky you wasn't on the hot seat. But I guarantee you, Deion, if you don't pick this shit up at Colorado, you will be on the hot seat. But that gonna show me a lot about you, Deion. You're not ready for a D1 school. You're not ready for those top 5 conference schools. You're not ready for the Big 12. You definitely ain't ready for the SEC. You ain't ready for the Pac-12. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ready for the Big 10. You need to go back down to the HBCU, the SWAC. You need to go back down to the SWAC and coach there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're good at. You ain't good. You proving to me, you showed me that you're not good to be a D1 coach. Straight up. You're not, and that's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. But it shows me that you're not good at a D1 school. So tone it down and go back down to the swag, man. And that's all I got for that. You know what I'm saying? Because Deion, you really need some help. You do. You really need some help, brother. You know what I'm saying? Back now, here the basketball. Basketball. Chris Paul rumored that he broke up the Boston Celtics. You know when Rondo, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, you know, Ray Allen. You know when they was there, you know what I'm saying? The championship runs and all that. And when you was laying up there leaving the Hornets, or the Hornets, you know what I'm saying, before they became the Pelicans, and you went to the Clippers, you were there was rumors that you broke up the Boston Celtics. I never knew that till I lay up there and heard Kendrick Perkins say this on the show. And let's get to the audio with Kendrick Perkins saying how Chris Paul broke up the Celtics.
Why he broke up a happy home without even knowing that he broke up a happy home. He started the beef between Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen. There's a reason that they had to get on gloves in the weight room and fight each other because of the tension. Because Ray was lobbying to trade for CP3 during that time when CP3 was trying to get to the Lakers and he ended up on the Clippers, and the word had got back to Rondo like, hey, bro was trying to trade you. You know what I'm saying? Bro been lobbying to the front office to trade you, bro. And the tension started. Like, it just goes to show you how great he is, because when you're able to, like, move the needle to fuck up a championship roster and fuck up some pieces that just fresh off a championship, you know you're doing something.
And there you have it. This came out of Kendrick Perkins' mouth. Chris Paul is the reason that the Celtics broke up. I don't know why. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all knew that Rondo and Ray Allen couldn't get along. That's why I really think that that's why I thought Ray Allen left to go to the Heat when he lay up there and won the championship with LeBron James. That's what I thought. He wanted to win. But Rondo and Ray Allen couldn't get along. Rumor that they had a whole fist fight in the locker room. But how did Chris Paul break it up? Wow. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about Chris Paul on my last podcast about congratulating him on his retirement and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But how can one man break up a team? Because all of them really left. KG and Paul Pierce, they had went to the Nets. You know what I'm saying? And I think Kendrick Perkins, he had went to OKC. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Rondo was all around the league. Because the last time I seen Rondo, you know what I'm saying, I think he was with the Lakers. When he laid up there and punched down Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? When he punched down Chris Paul and shit like that. But damn, a lot of shit comes out when you're not playing no more. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear Rondo, Ray Allen talk about how Chris Paul broke up the Celtics, because it's coming out of Kendrick Perkins' mouth. It's coming out of Kendrick Perkins' mouth that Chris Paul broke up the Boston Celtics. But this is the trip part about it. He went to the West. He stayed in the West. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that the Hornets, you know what I'm saying, / Pelicans is in the West. And he laid up there, wanted to be a Laker. And they vetoed that trade. And he became a Clipper. But if he broke up the Celtics, why he just didn't go to the Celtics? Don't understand. Even though that Rondo was a dangerous point guard. Even though Chris Paul was a dangerous point guard. You know what I'm saying? A peer point guard. Both of them peer point guards. Both of them. Even though Rondo was a peer point guard and Chris Paul was a peer point guard, why they just didn't trade Rondo for Chris Paul? But I don't understand now when Kendrick Perkins, you know what I'm saying? But I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I can believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of truth come out, you know what I'm saying, when the fellas is out the league. You know what I'm saying? And even though Chris Paul got one more year, I want to hear his explanation on how did he break up the Celtics. I really want to hear that explanation right there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna move on from now and there. You know what I'm saying? Cause I have a question for y'all. And the question, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to live up there and comment on my Facebook and my Instagram page. Mojo Thompson, my Facebook page, and Gipstar 1021, my Instagram page. Is the Lakers the team that comes out the West to go to the NBA Finals? Let me repeat that. Is the Lakers the team to beat to come out the West to go to the NBA Finals? We all know that they got some heavy hitters like OKC for sure. You know what I'm saying? Houston for sure. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota for sure. In Denver. Out of those 4 teams that I picked, can the Lakers overcome and beat them all? Can the Lakers overcome that and come out the West? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Sixers fan. So we kind of up and down. But I'm gonna call it as I see it in the Western Conference. Is the Lakers the team to beat? You know what I'm saying? Even though OKC, they having a great season right now. I can't lay up there and lie to you. But with a healthy Lakers, can they come out the West to go to the NBA Finals? I think they can. With Luka and the King and the supporting cast like Austin Reeves. I say Austin Rivers. He out the league. Austin Reeves. You know what I'm saying? Huchimaru. You know what I'm saying? What's the other dude name? You dig? I forgot the other dude name. But anyway, is the Lakers that team to come out the West? You know what I'm saying? Because Dallas, I would have really say Dallas, but Dallas ain't doing so good. They got to get all the players back, like Kyrie. I think Kyrie coming back like in January. Andy Davis got to live there and get it right. Cooper Flag, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody didn't expect that. Nobody didn't expect that Dallas to be this shitty right now with a number 1 pick and all those surrounding cast like Andy Davis, you know what I'm saying? Lively. Najee Marshall. Najee Marshall's a good player, you know what I'm saying, coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson. Nobody didn't expect him to be that shitty. You know what I'm saying? But I think Klay Thompson don't even want to be there. So I can't live there and say they can compete with the Lakers in the West. The only team I can see competing with the Lakers in the West is OKC. Because I do want to see a rematch of Minnesota and the Lakers in the playoffs. And I guarantee y'all, Lakers going to beat them 4-1. 5-game series, 4-1. I guarantee you this, you know what I'm saying, because they're going to be ready. Don't count the Lakers out at all. Don't count them out. You know what I'm saying? That is a championship team. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers are a championship team. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to move on from that one. And now, who is the biggest letdown to me and everybody else? The biggest letdown in the NBA, the Clippers. The Clippers is the biggest letdown. The only one doing this thing right now is James Harden. I don't know what the fuck Kawhi Leonard doing. I have to tell it how it is. I don't know what Kawhi Leonard doing. Kawhi Leonard is man. You know, y'all supposed to be up there. Y'all supposed to be up there with the elite, with those players right there. You did those 2 right there by itself. You know what I'm saying? In Batum and all of them. Like, y'all ain't the same team from last year. You know, y'all ain't the same team from last year because y'all was like 1 win away last year to go into the Western Conference Finals. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen at all, you know. Shit. They is the biggest letdown to me. That's what I can lay up there and see. That the Clippers, man. And then the trip part about it, I don't see injuries. Look like I just see James Harden doing it all by himself. If James Harden doing it by himself, and don't get me wrong, even though this is like the beginning of the season, they can step it up, but I don't see it. I don't see the Clippers stepping it up. I don't see the Clippers stepping it up at all. The reason why I say the Clippers not stepping it up because everybody want to shoot the ball. James Harden, he trying to get 17 points a quarter. You know what I'm saying? I really seen when James Harden was wide open, and Kawhi Leonard took it to the basket with 2 people on him. 2 people on him. And Kawhi Leonard took it to the basket instead of throwing it out. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing team. They ain't got no chemistry. Straight up. They ain't got no chemistry over there. If they got chemistry over there, you know what I'm saying, they need a motherfucking better chemistry teacher. Or they need to go back to chemistry class because their chemistry is way off. The chemistry is way off. And to me, that's my biggest letdown. The biggest letdown to me is them. Now, the biggest rise to me in the Eastern Conference, the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors, they is strong. They're going to be hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I would say the Knicks, but look like the Knicks, like Karl Anthony Thomas and the coach Mike Brown, they're not vibing. They're not. It seems like they're not vibing. And if you know they're not vibing, they ain't going to make it out the first round. But is the Knicks going to be in the finals this year? No. No. Is the Indiana Pacers going to be in the final next year? Hell no, because by celebrating hurt and all that, they're just an up and down team. But right now, the strongest team in the East, to me, is the Toronto Raptors. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? And for my final one, you know what I'm saying, of the green room with Gipp and Glue, shout out to the Edna Karr Cougars, you know what I'm saying? Now, is there a dynasty or what? Is Karr a dynasty or what? Fucking right. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to Landry. I went to LB Landry. You know what I'm saying? But Karr showed me that the whole LGs. They doing it for the whole LGs. You know what I'm saying? And I got to represent the Karr Cougars. A shout out to the Karr Cougars for doing their thing on the Evangeline Christian High School, beating the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like they do every other team. You know what I'm saying? But that is a real true dynasty. You know what I'm saying? They're the Chicago Bulls of 96. You know what I'm saying? They're the New England Patriots of our modern era. That is a true high school dynasty. And they're a public school. They're not no Catholic school, even though they're in the Catholic League. They are a public school. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Karr Cougars, you know what I'm saying, and keep doing y'all thing and win it all for LG as you did. Win it all for the West Bank and win it all for New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I got for y'all. You did. Welcome to the that's all I got for y'all for the green room with Gipp Star and Glue. You know? Let me break it back. That's all I got for y'all for the green room with Gipp and Glue. And I'm your host who does the most. Mojo, a.k.a. Gippy, a.k.a. Cocky Bell Boy, a.k.a. you can call me whatever you want, but just don't call me Collect. I'ma holler and see y'all on this short basic right here. Holla.
Sweep it up like a broom, the elephants in that room. Feeling like MJ, I walk it out on the moon. These boys faster than Zoom, I'm floating like a balloon. From the wood to the tomb, I'm repping the green room, yeah.